Hey yo, Motherflower, what up? This is my NXT Takeover Chicago 2 review and recap video. I'm aware that this review is being uploaded on the later side. I know everyone else got their reviews up moments after the show ended. The reason why my review is coming in a little late is because, well, I didn't watch the show live, just like everyone else did on the WWE Network. I was actually spending my Saturday with family. Reason being as well because Peru played in the World Cup today in their World Cup debut after 36 years of not being in the World Cup, and they lost today against Denmark. But also after that, we all went out, and I came home late, and I got home, Takeover already ended. So I caught the replay on the network, and just as expected, I felt like this show delivered, just like all previous takeovers. Like, literally, you can go into all these takeovers blindfolded and it will still fucking deliver. That's how crazy it is, right? Even though I did say in my prediction video and leading up to this event that I felt like this takeover was just a throwaway takeover, not coming off like in a bad way or anything like that. What I meant with that is, okay, their focal point, obviously, is to get to take over Brooklyn, being that it's SummerSlam weekend in a couple of months. Let's get to that event. Let's use this show, which is Takeover Chicago 2, to build up to that takeover. And I feel like they did that. I really did. However, I, as always, want to hear from you in the comment threads of this video. Your thoughts on this show, on Takeover Chicago 2, that is. Your favorite match, what have you, let me know in the comment threads, or if not, let me know on Twitter at HeelStevenMotherflowers, where I tweet throughout all these shows, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and all that fun stuff. I will be doing a review tomorrow as well for Money in the Bank, so if you're not yet subbed to this channel, Motherflower, what the fuck are you waiting for, you Motherflower? So this show kicked off with the tag team title match between the Undisputed Era's Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong, the tag team champions, defending their titles against Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. I thought this match, honestly, going into it, had a really slow start, and then the shit picked up. It really picked up. It told a good story. Hey, here's Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan, guys that got wins over the Undisputed Era leading up to this event, and the Undisputed Era. In the eyes of the Undisputed Era, these two guys, again, they don't belong in the same ring with the Undisputed Era. They should win this with no problem. They're the better team. It's funny, too, because if you're watching this match, right, the crowd was pro-Undisputed Era. Pro-Undisputed Era, but yet they're the fucking heels. You gotta love Chicago. You really gotta. I'm sorry. I know Michael Corbin is watching, so for him, Rosemont, Illinois, even though it's Chicago, but you kind of get the gist, right? There's funny, so it's not funny, but it's crazy spot also in the match where it looked like they're gonna go for the Doomsday Device. I'm talking about Burch and Lorcan, right? And Kyle, I want to say it's Kyle O'Reilly. He pushed Oney Lorcan off the turnbuckle, and he lands on the ground. But before he lands on the ground, he lands on the apron back first, and then bounces off to the ground and shit. It really looked crazy. But again, they made you think that there was a possibility that Burch and Lorcan were going to win the tag titles here. There was a moment where both guys were locked in, both Strong and O'Reilly, in a submission move, and it looked like they were going to tap out. And then Adam Cole in this match gets banned from ringside, gets thrown out of the match by the referee. The moment Adam Cole got kicked out, everyone started booing, chanting, bullshit, bullshit. Again, this was a pro-Undisputed Era crowd. When it was all said and done, though, the Undisputed Era did retain the tag title, like I predicted. And I was off to a good start. I was really off to a good start here. So, there you go with that. But again, at the same time, though, I feel like Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan really show that, hey, they can go at it, they can go. And not for nothing, but they won me over as well. And I think they've made a lot of more people, fans of them as well, if you get what I'm trying to say with that. And not for nothing too, but I feel like at the same time, you show, hey, here's a tag team that could be real contenders in the long run. I'm not saying that they're going to probably do another rematch somewhere down the road, but it's possible. It's possible. But at the same time, you look at the NXT tag team division right now. You have War Raiders. You have the Street Profits. You have the Mighty. You have, I want to say, Heavy Machinery. Just to name a few. And of course, you got, Birch and Lorcan. If you want to say Tyler Bate and Trent Seven whenever they show up. But you kind of get the gist, and I look forward to seeing this tag team division continue going forward and seeing what the fuck happens when they head over to take over Brooklyn in a couple of weeks, a couple of months, if you will. From here, we go on to the next match, Ricochet versus the Velveteen Dream. Velveteen Dream walked out to the ring, damped up with Hulk Hogan-like attire, also paying tribute to Prince Puma, who's no longer with us, if you will. Which I really caught notice, but it is what it is. Ricochet came out as well. This match obviously was the match of the night. Hands fucking down, the match of the fucking night. And did I feel, and I did say in my prediction video, that I believe that this match will outdo Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne from TakeOver Chicago 1. Did it do that? No, I don't think it did. Do I feel like this match was like match of the year, like I predicted? Honestly, no, it was not. But this was hands down the match of the night. If you do not feel this match was the match of the night, then I do not know what the fuck is wrong with you. These two guys going at it near fall after near fall here. It's a matter of anything you can do, I can do better. Ricochet did a tope suicida to the outside. Velveteen Dream also did like a dive outside the ring as well. Just craziness, crazy back and forth spots here. There was a moment near the end of the match where the Velveteen Dream does like a purple Rainmaker elbow drop from one side of the ring to the other, and he misses. He misses the fucking move, and it led to Ricochet to hit the 630 splash. I know I'm probably botching the move, but you can't get the idea. The double fucking 450 splash, whatever the fuck it was. It lands on Velveteen Dream, and Ricochet picked up the win. What really shocked me was that I personally thought that Velveteen Dream was going to get the win. I feel like he was due for a win. That being said, I don't think this is the end of this feud. I feel like this shit's going to continue going forward. Maybe it take over Brooklyn 4. Maybe, just maybe. Hopefully it does. At the same time, I said this a while back, that these two guys could make a very good odd tag team somewhere down the road. But we'll see where this goes. From here, we go on to the NXT Women's Championship match. We get Shayna Baszler defending the championship versus Nikki Cross. And I'm going to say it. Was this a good match? I thought it was all right. That being said, I thought this was probably the weakest match of the entire show. And here's the thing about it, okay? I get the story they were trying to go off here. Hey, here's Nikki Cross. Someone that no matter what Shayna Baszler does, like to all the other women, bullying them and scaring them away and shit, that wasn't going to work on Nikki Cross. That was not going to work. There's a moment in the match where Nikki Cross turns her back on Shayna Baszler and wants Shayna Baszler to attack her, but she kind of hesitates and shit. There was moments where they're on the outside. I want to say they did like a fucking power slam or something like that on the apron, right? And it was crazy to see. But at the same time, I get it what they're trying to go with, okay? Now, I'm not saying this match was a short match, but anything like that, nor did it go long either. But I feel like, again, you want to show off that, hey, here's Nikki Cross. My bad. Here's Shayna Baszler, right? She is essentially the NXT's women's division version of Brock Lesnar. Hence why the way that she won. She's a fighter, right? And the way it ended was she went for the rear naked choke. I don't want to botch the fucking name right now because the Wwe too fucking strong. The Furuhoka clutch. And it's crazy because there's a spot where she's literally choking the fuck out of Nikki Cross, right? And Nikki Cross starts smiling before she passes out. And if she didn't tap out, she fucking passed out. So essentially, yeah, Shayna retained, but at the same time, it's like you struggled to get the win at the same time. You fucking struggled. You know what I mean? But at the same time, again, I feel like this match wasn't bad. Like, oh my God, the worst shit I've seen. It just wasn't really up to par with every other single match. To the point, I feel like people were chanting beach ball, or I guess there was a beach ball being thrown around during the show as well. But we'll see where this go. We'll see where they'll go from here. I believe at Takeover Brooklyn 4, we get once again Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane for the championship. Maybe do the title change there, but we'll see where all things go. I even thought, I know Connor, aka Fabe, said this in his prediction video that the possibility of Dakota Kai coming out there and costing Nikki Cross the championship, which I thought could have been the same case scenario as well. It didn't happen, but it is what it is. Maybe they'll do something with Dakota Kai. We'll fucking see. But I do know that next week, or this coming Wednesday, it'll be Dakota Kai versus Bianca Belair, which already took place. They taped those matches literally before TakeOver, so I'll look forward to seeing that match this coming Wednesday on the WWE Network on NXT. We then get the co-main event. We get Aleister Black defending the championship, the NXT championship, versus Lars Sullivan. And before this match even took place, they showed EC3 literally in the crowd, as well as former WWN champion Keith Lee. As you all know, Keith Lee is already signed the WWE to NXT. So, yeah, you want to show him in the crowd. Good for them. It looked like he was having a fun time. You know what I mean? He looked like he literally was dressed in a suit. He looked like he'd be someone's stepdad. I don't fucking know, but you kind of get the gist. The match itself, Aleister Black and Lars Sullivan. I thought this match was okay. It really picked up near the end. Literally, essentially, this match was literally Lars Sullivan showing off his brutal strength on Aleister Black, and Aleister Black having to overcome adversity here. And I said this before in my review. You know, I was okay with this match being placed where it was on the card. It wasn't, again, the main event, but it was the co-main event. Being that, again, this whole time, Aleister Black has been the forgotten champion. Yeah, he won the belt against, Andrade Cien take over New Orleans, but at the same time, the cloud above him has been Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. Their feud have been the big main thing on the show, which made, Aleister Black take a back seat. That being said, I thought this match again was an okay match that picked up near the end. Again, it was literally the story of Aleister Black having to overcome adversity, having to overcome the fact that Lars Sullivan is this giant fuck. Literally, everything that Aleister tried to do, fucking Lars Sullivan countered and overpowered him. Yes, there was an alleged botch near the end of the match. Am I going to make a big deal out of it? No. Yes, I'm mentioning it because it happened. That being said, listen, it happens. Okay? There's not a perfect wrestler out there unless you're fucking Kurt Hennig, but you kind of get the idea, okay? Mistakes happen, and it is what it is. That being said, there is a moment in the match where obviously Aleister Black locked it, or he hit the missed Black Mass kick, that miss, right? And obviously Lars sold it, and he made it seem like he got right back up. Got right back up like he didn't even fucking phase him. Didn't affect him at all. Got on his knees, and then Aleister Black hit the second one, and that's what ended the match. So all that being said, Aleister Black remains the NXT champion. Where does he go from here? I don't even know. Maybe EC3, because EC3 was in the crowd. They even were teasing Keith Lee, because like I said earlier, he was in the crowd as well. They were saying, maybe, Keith Lee's trying to see the prize. So I'm just like, there ain't go many routes right now with Aleister Black. You can do Aleister Black and Ciampa, even though I feel like it's still the Gargano feud still, but still you can obviously maybe do Gargano. My bad. You can do Aleister Black versus EC3 somewhere down the road. I feel like that makes sense right now, but we'll see where things go. We then get the main event. We get Tommaso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano, the Chicago Street Fight. Now listen, did this match outdo the match from New Orleans? No. If you were to ask me right now, really to be honest with you, bruh, Mother Flowers, I would choose the TakeOver New Orleans match over this match. Not saying this match was bad. I thought overall this match was amazing as well. It told the story. It told an amazing story. It's crazy because before the match even takes place, you see Johnny Gargano walking to the ring. Candice LeRae stops him before he makes his entrance, and she hands him a crutch. Because again, the crutch is the symbol that Ciampa used to attack Gargano ever since TakeOver Philadelphia, right? The same crutch that he literally hit Johnny Gargano after the match with Andrade St. Alma, the same crutch that he used on Gargano weeks after that caused Gargano to no longer be at NXT, the same crutch that they've used in their in the match in New Orleans. So there was a crutch, right? There were moments as well where, again, these guys were just going back and forth, crazy off the wall bullshit here. There was a moment in the match where obviously you see Ciampa ripping, I guess, the canvas, trying to expose the fucking, I guess, the plywood that you used to build the ring. People just going insane, saying "fuck you, Ciampa, fuck you, Ciampa." Obviously, people were chanting for Johnny Gargano. Johnny hit like 2 tope suicidas. Again, got some good offense in as well. It's crazy because near the end of the match, right, there's a moment where literally Tommaso Ciampa grabs Gargano by the shoulder, right, as they're walking, like leaving the ring and shit. The same way that we saw last year. Where, yeah, DIY lost to the Authors of Pain in that ladder match, right? And at the end of it all, you see them both walking to the back, and they stop, they stare at the crowd, right? They did the exact same thing. They're walking to the back, right? And Ciampa's yelling at him, "Hey, you're my best friend. You're my family. You know, we've known each other for so long." And he throws Gargano right into the LED board, the same way he did last year, right? But instead, so then after this, there's a table, there's like these, like, I guess this like shit that you climb up, whatever. And it looked like Gargano was gonna get dropped again. But no, instead, Gargano counters and he drops Tommaso Ciampa. Even though early in the match as well, Ciampa dropped Gargano on the steel steps from the apron on the ring. This was the big spot of the match, right? And I guess medical staff came out. They brought out a fucking gurney. They put Ciampa on. And it's crazy because remember last year, right? Gargano got stretchered out, and you thought Ciampa last year just sitting there, right, just staring down what the fuck he did. The roles this time were reversed. You saw Johnny Gargano just staring down at Tommaso Ciampa. Keep this in mind before that spot even happened, right? Ciampa removed the wedding ring, right, from Johnny Gargano and spits at it and throws it away and shit, right? So while Ciampa's being stretchered out, I guess rolled out of the building, whatever, or the arena, right? The crowd chanting "jump," right? "Jump," or whatever the fuck it may be. Gargano looks at his finger because again, the wedding ring is gone, right? And he remembers the whole thing where Candice LeRae got involved a couple weeks ago, where Candice got hurt, and I guess all that led to Gargano snapping. Literally, Gargano snapped. He attacked the medical people that are helping out Tommaso Ciampa. He attacked the referee. He literally took the stretcher right back into the ring. He hit the Gargano escape, where Ciampa was tapping, but there was no referee. He grabs handcuffs, right? He literally then handcuffs Tommaso Ciampa. And again, locks in a submission move, right? But there's no referee. So he's tapping. Then out comes like WWE staff, right? Like I think it was Steve Corino that was part of them as well. Try to stop all this. It's over. Like, come on. Like, you beat the fuck out of Murray, let it go. It's done with and shit. And they all grab Gargano, but Gargano insists he literally beats all of them up, right? And he goes after Ciampa. Keep this in mind. As he gets into the ring, Tommaso Ciampa hits a DDT on the plywood that he exposed early in the match. Just the storytelling on this shit was fucking amazing. And Tommaso Ciampa lays on top of Johnny Gargano. And the referee doesn't want to fucking do the cover, but you remember, hey, it's a street fight. He had no choice. So he counted 3. Tommaso Ciampa won. Again, listen, I will put the TakeOver New Orleans match over this. I'm not saying this match was bad, because this match was amazing as well. The storytelling on this match was fucking amazing. My only question is, because you know this shit's not ending, where do you go from here? You know they're doing another match in Brooklyn, at TakeOver Brooklyn 4. I say this. It needs to be in a Hell in a Cell. This is a blood feud. And again, TakeOver Brooklyn, like I said earlier, is like their WrestleMania for takeovers, right? SummerSlam weekend. What better way to get those people at Barclays Center losing their fucking minds SummerSlam weekend by making that match a Hell in a Cell match? Think about it. Gargano versus Ciampa, Hell in a Cell. I'm all in for that. I'm all in. I'm probably going to be going to that event too, so why the fuck not? I'm just saying, right? But again, Takeover Chicago 2 overall was, again, the show delivered hands fucking down. There was one weak match that I mentioned between Shayna Baszler and Nikki Cross. But other than that, I enjoyed the show. It's like I said a while back, it's amazing how NXT, with their weekly television shows, can get wrestling fans, right? Keep this in mind, they're developmental, what have you. It's like the JV squad, right? They do an amazing job trying to get you excited for TakeOver, right? Meanwhile, the main roster, which is the varsity squad, right? They are struggling to get people excited for Money in the fucking Bank. What world do we fucking live in? I don't fucking know. The weed is too fucking strong. I'm telling you right. The weed right now is too fucking strong, bruh. But I, as always, motherfucker, want to hear from you. In the comment threads below, give me your thoughts on this show. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Your favorite match? What have you? Do you agree with me? Maybe I take over Brooklyn 4. It's Gargano and Ciampa at Hell in a Cell. Let me fucking know. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Tomorrow I will be reviewing Money in the Bank as well. So again, if you're new to the channel, hit that sub button below, motherflowers, and be notified when I drop a video. Because why the fuck not, motherfucker? I'm just saying, why the fuck not? Y'all, I am out. Peace out, motherflowers. I love storytelling. Seriously, the weed too fucking strong, bruh.